We're going to create one more chart, another pie chart. We've created a pie chart for our pivot table that gave us summary percentages based off of our individual unique bills. We've created a nice little column chart here to show off the budget versus the actual for each of our categories. Now we're going to create a pie chart that shows us percentages of our actual spend for each category. Now, much like our column chart here, it's going to be a custom chart. It's not going to be one where we just select the data, pick the chart, and we're done. Okay? So it's going to take a little bit of steps here, but nothing big, very similar to what we did in the prior video. But the idea here is we're going to create a pie chart very similar to this one here, but it's going to use the individual actual spends for each of our 3 categories. All right. So first, let's click someplace empty just so we don't have any data selected. We want our initial chart to be blank, no data source. Then I'm going to go to Insert, Pie Chart, and I'll grab just a standard 2D pie chart. All right, and there we go. There's our blank chart. So now we need to identify where our data is at. I'm going to right-click that blank box. I'll go to Select Data. And now I get to specify first what our legend series is. So I'll go to Add. And inside of our series values, we're going to say equals. And I'm going to grab the bills actual amount. And I'm going to do a comma. So that's the first one, comma. Then I'll grab the expenses actual amount, comma. And I'm going to grab the subscriptions actual amount. And we can give this a name. We don't have to, but we can give it a name. We can call this actual. And I'll hit OK. All right. So now we've got our individual slices representing those actual amounts that we've spent for each category, but we got that 1, 2, 3 again. So I want to change that. I want to make sure it says bills, expenses, and subscriptions. So I'm going to go over here to Edit for our horizontal category axis label. And we're going to do that same thing again. We're going to say equals, open curly brace, open quote, and our first one is bills, close quote, comma, open quote. Our next one is expenses, close quote, comma, open quote, and then we got subscriptions. I'm going to abbreviate here. We'll close the quote and we'll close the curly brace. I'll hit OK. And now we've got our labels. I'm going to hit OK to my data source window. And there's a nice little summary for each category, but once again in pie chart form, showing us our overall spending, actual spending for each of those categories. Again, I love charts. They're very visual. At a quick glance, I can start to make some decisions and snap judgments. I don't have to look at raw text and numeric values to be able to make sense of things. But we've got that data, and that data is important, but now we got some visuals off of it. So try this out. Create a pie chart that'll show you the total spent for each of those categories. Try it out.